President Trump leading on the issue of what to do about securing our schools and assuring the safety of our students. The president called a bipartisan group of House and Senate lawmakers to the White House to find out what they can agree on. The lawmakers making it clear they're not very well informed about fundamental issues, and that, as usual, they're being reactionary rather than thoughtful. There are exceptions, but for the most part, they're too willing to ignore real causes and the complex issues that underlie all of this. None of the lawmakers seem to have read a recent study by Northeastern University. It shows our schools are much safer now than 20 years ago. Let me repeat, much safer now than 20 years ago. Professor James Fox found that 4 times the number of children were killed in schools in the early 90s than today. More children die each year from pool drownings or bicycling accidents. So why can't lawmakers focus on the plight of our schools that are, first of all, in most cases, too large to manage at all, that ignore deeply disturbed children who desperately need help, whose administrators, teachers, and counselors are often afraid to act in the interest of the student or the security of their classmates and the school? On average, the ratio of high school students to counselors is 500 to 1. The CDC reports that up to 1 in 5 of this country's youth experience a mental disorder in any given year. And approximately 80% of those children who don't receive treatment. Think about that, 80% of them. The number of students enrolled in alternative schools has grown over the last 15 years to approximately 500,000 kids. And nearly half of those schools that serve primarily those with disciplinary and academic problems have a graduation rate under 50%. So are students being sent to those schools to help them or to assure the graduation rate for the schools that send them? So while Democrats and Republicans may focus on assault rifle limits and bans, and they'll have their debate, they are ignoring the profound threats to our youth, our students, and public schools. And the problems there are so widespread and so horrendous often and always readily ignored. We can almost understand why so many of our politicians are attracted to reflexive, simple solutions to the ugliest problems that seem to worsen by the day and now threaten to overwhelm not only our youth and our schools, but our society.